Hey everyone, how's it going? Happy 8 p.m. Happy Friday. Hope you are doing well today. And it's Friday, so you know what that is. It's game night tonight. So for the first 45 minutes of this live stream, approximately, we'll just do a little bit of live chat, Q&A, talk about how life is going, any life lessons you've learned this week, any good news, any maybe bad news. Just fill us in. Besides that, we'll be doing a little bit of 21 questions trivia for the game night, and for those who don't know how it works, at the end of every single month, every single Friday we have the game night, and you can collect points, and the more points you collect, the more tickets you'll get into a raffle for a You Matter T-shirt at the end of every single month. Last month we had John from Orange County win one of these T-shirts, and they will be mailed out pretty soon. So yes, that's what I want to let you know. And by the way, these shirts are available for purchase at richardquo.com/store. I will actually drop that link in the description for the first time ever. Are y'all ready for this? Boom. Yeah, that didn't work at all. Let me try that again. Does that work? No, it doesn't. Oh, yes, it does. Okay, so that's the link. You can grab these shirts. They are currently on sale for 20% off plus free shipping. So get your shirt. I'm wearing right now, and you can be cool. Not gonna lie, people like Jonathan Rakenya, some people just kept requesting, "Hey, when's the merch coming out?" So, hopefully we get a few purchases. Who's gonna be a first buyer? Besides myself, I did buy my own shirt because I had to test the payment process to see if it worked. So yes, credit cards apparently is all that accepts. But if you need to PayPal or Venmo or something else like that, we can make arrangements otherwise. Anyway, let's move forward. Happy Friday, everyone. Hello, Jonathan Mendez Ochoa, Couch Potato, Osvaldo, Steven. Good vibes, Maria, John, and Caitlin and Jonathan Rakenya. Good to see you all on. Thanks for being here. And Brewfruit, what's up? How's your week going? Fill me in. What's going on? What's new? Since Wednesday, since we last chatted. What's new? How is school going? Fill me in. So this is live chat, and it is Friday. Let's see here. So pretty boring Saturday. It is Saturday for you. It is Friday for us. Let's see here. Pretty boring. Well, what can we do to make life more interesting and meaningful is my question to all of you. And I'm saying serious conversations, not just, joking answers, which are cool too, or playing video games. Like what's something meaningful that we could do? Something different. I think it's important to keep life meaningful and fulfilling. What's that? Yeah, fulfilling. Fulfillment is, I believe fulfillment is a really big thing. I think it's important to constantly be doing things that fulfill us, to make us feel good and happy. That's kind of, I don't want to say that's the point of life, but like that's a huge part of life, is finding what fulfills you and makes you happy. So I think it's a constant journey for myself. When I think about fulfillment, it's literally I'm constantly trying to figure out what I could do to make me feel better, if that makes sense. Like for example, playing games all day does not fulfill me. It might make me happy temporarily, but it's not something that like will make me feel fulfilled. Does that make sense? That feeling of fulfillment when you just feel like you accomplished something, or you feel good, you feel like you made, I don't know, maybe you connected with someone, you had a good conversation, you move forward, you improved something about your life. So that's what I mean by fulfillment. Alrighty, Caitlin says, totally bombed an algebra test this morning. The good news is that we could always improve. So just because we failed a test doesn't mean we can't improve. So that just means next time, study harder and keep doing better. It's okay. John says new shirts look good. I'll buy one when I get money. Sweet. Brewfruit says I feel really depleted, bored, and hopeless, like dead. I know what you mean by that. I mean, I think I know what you mean because I've been there before. I'm sure many people could relate with that. Depleted, bored, and hopeless. Hopeless. Yeah, I'm just thinking like when I think about hopeless, like hopeless, hopeless to find something meaningful, which is what I would guess. And yeah, I think it's about creating meaningful opportunities. Seriously, like I don't know. I just have this random thought. Like sometimes we need to get out of our own comfort zone. We need to do something different. And like sometimes life becomes meaningful when we choose to literally just do something completely out of the blue. So random idea is like, I don't know. First thing that comes to my mind, I'm just like, what if you're like, hey, Richard, I want to help you do this project. Okay. Like, what if that changed? Like, what if you're just like, I don't know how to say this. Like, I want to create a YouTube channel and, start doing live streams myself and have my own people on there too. Maybe that will propel you into changing your life in some way. Or maybe it's like you make a decision that you're going to go on a hike. I don't know. Or go ask that cute guy or girl out. Like my point is, I think life becomes more meaningful when we do things outside our comfort zone. And like life really starts there. I think, yeah, I mean, I'm speaking from personal experience of this past couple weeks / months. I will definitely say I feel in this moment, I feel more authentically better about myself. I feel more mentally stable. And I think part of that is a mixture of healthy interactions and stuff like that. I don't know. It's weird. It's like I said, I went on an awesome trip this past weekend with some of my high school friends, and that really refueled me and it reminded me to stay connected with, I guess, people that matter and also my peers as well. Yeah. So, yeah. On a relevant side note is be sure you're continuing to surround yourself with positive people. Positive, whatever. Like they don't even have to be like-minded, just positive people who are going to lift you up and move you forward. Yeah. I just feel like many of us, we settle for less and we hang out with people who are draining, people who suck our soul away in a little bit, or maybe they put us down. They insult us, they bully us, they don't make us feel good about ourselves. And if you don't feel good about when you're around someone, that probably means one of two things. Number one is you get to stop talking to that person, distance yourself respectfully. Or number two, have a what I call a crucial conversation, which is essentially talking to them. Hey, look, I don't appreciate when you do this or when you say this to me. Very, very important. I especially at a young age, I feel like a lot of young people, old people too, but young people especially, they don't know how to they don't know how to speak up. They don't know how to say, essentially, it's self-respect. It's if you don't like something that someone is doing, you get to stand up for yourself. You get to voice your opinion and say, hey, look, I don't appreciate you making fun of me. I know you're joking, but I don't appreciate that. And then let's say, I think a lot of times, sometimes we're passive about it. Sometimes we're like, oh, hey, stop that. And they're like, oh, okay, whatever it is. My point is we got to stand up for ourselves. Okay. So there we go. Jonathan says, I feel like a piece of trash not being able to play football. My school's team is undefeated so far. What's on game nights? Okay, let's see. First of all, thank you for sharing, Jonathan. And it's okay, man. It's okay. Everything will be okay. Just Being says, bro, you got more people here now. Do I? I see 4 in the numbers. I have a feeling we have more than 4, but yeah. What's on game night? 21 questions. That's what we're doing tonight. Yeah, I did come up with a list of questions ahead of time, so I'm prepared. I feel good. It feels good to be prepared. Isaac says, "Rip Mac Miller." I second that. It's always sad here, dude. There's been, I don't know if there's a lot of deaths in general, but I feel like this year's is, especially this year, there's been a lot of tragedy slash deaths with a lot of well-known people. You know, I don't know everyone, but I mean, I was gonna say Chester Bennington, but that was last year. I mean, you got Mac Miller, you got X. Goodness, I can't think. Yeah, I'm not gonna try. There's been a lot of people. Caitlin says, Wait, hold on. Brewfer says, I'm flatlining right now. To be honest, I just feel like falling asleep and never waking up. Yeah, what's going on, man? Brewfer, what's going on? What do you mean by that? I just feel like falling asleep and never waking up, meaning you're just so drained and you don't kind of, I'm guessing you don't feel that purpose. If you don't mind sharing, I would love to hear, and hopefully others would love to hear as well. But I mean, I would love to hear, what's going on in your life. Why do you feel the way you do? What are the challenges? This stuff is important, and part of the reason why I do this live stream is to have these open conversations, and don't think you're just talking about yourself, because other people can relate with the same challenges that you go through too. So, yeah. Caitlin says, speaking of going out of comfort zone, I finally found an audition song I feel comfortable singing at the audition. Awesome. I'm excited for you, Caitlin. Burt Reynolds. Oh, yeah, there we go. Burt Reynolds is another one. That was a few days ago, right? Let's see. Rufus says, I don't know, man. Just sick of everything. Exams coming up as well. I feel like I feel you on that one. I understand. I understand what it feels like to be sick of everything. I think if I were in your position, Brute Fruit, and if I felt sick of everything, sure, I would feel the same way you do. Number one. Number two, I think what is important is that, let me see here, is that you start, I think it's like how you start feeling better and not sick of everything, how you start improving the things around you, is you start thinking about, more specifically, what are the things you're sick of? Okay. So it's, if you want to improve, that's up to you. If you want to improve, I believe it's important to start addressing, okay, what am I tired of? What don't I like in my life? I don't like school right now. Okay, well, and you got to dig deep in everything. Okay, I don't like school. Why don't I like school? Because it's boring. Well, okay, why is it boring? Because I got to study. Okay, so whatever. Why not to study? I don't know. Okay, so if I did know why I need to study, why might that be? It's all about digging deeper and understanding why. And, that's just school. Then you have your other areas of life. I don't like whatever's going on at home, or I don't like my circle of friends, or maybe my lack of circle of friends, and then you take time to just think and process and break down each one. And then the next step after that is you figure out, okay, so how can I make this better? It's a lot of work. Okay. So I'm going to put that up front. It's a lot of work to process all this stuff and think through it, but that's pretty much how you get better. I remember in 2013, I did not like my life. My life was a mess. I was at a job that I wasn't passionate about. My self-esteem was really low. I was really confused. I was wondering, what is my purpose of life? This sucks. I hate myself. All these different thoughts. All this, like, I'm never going to be in the right relationship because no one's ever going to like me. How do I even like myself? So everything felt really messed up in my life. And I realized that the only way I could really start getting better and start possibly 1% more liking myself is by just putting in the work. And trust me, it took many, many years to get to where I am today. And I'm not even saying I'm successful. I'm saying I'm on my journey of life to feel better about myself. It is a process for me. You know, I wake up in the morning and I will tell you there are parts of me that I don't love. You know, I do like myself a lot more than I did in 2013, but there's definitely still parts of me that I'm you know, I don't love. I still have my insecurities, I still have my doubts, but you know, every single day it's a battle. You know, I'm fighting my insecurities every single day. I'm fighting whatever stories of that are holding me back every single day. And some days, you know, my stories win. Some days I win. And you know, today's one of those half days. Today's one of those half. I took responsibility. I did work today to push myself forward, be responsible, because when I'm responsible, when I'm doing work, I feel good about myself. But then there's the other part of me that's like, well, Richard, you know, you took a nap today. You weren't as productive as you wanted to be, and you could have pushed a little bit harder. You know, so it's like it's a battle. So that's kind of why I kind of preach, I guess, or spread the word of self-acceptance, which is essentially, you know, don't beat yourself up if you don't meet your expectations of yourself. You know, so continue to just do the best that you can, and one step at a time. That's all it is. One little step at a time. That's how you're going to get better. You know, there is no magic formula or pill. You know, being in the best relationship of your life might change your life, but it's not going to solve all your problems. You know, my point is the only thing that's going to improve your life really is time and effort. Of course, little how these events in your life can drastically change your life. For example, I used to take care of my dad for 2 years straight. It was really hard. You know, it was depressing. It was sad. I felt so much anxiety and pressure every single day. Imagine for a second, you have this little kid who every single 15 minutes, maybe even every single 5 minutes, comes to your room and says, hi there. Hey. Can you go away? Oh yeah. Okay. 5 minutes later. Oh, hey, how's it going? You good? Yeah. Hey, stop by my room. Anyway, point is, for 2 years, that's kind of what I did. My dad had a traumatic brain injury, and he ended up being very insecure about himself. Like, literally, you know, I was in the same house as my dad, but even then, he still felt super insecure. Like, he felt like something was going to happen. He felt like he was going to die. Like, for the full 2 years I was taking care of him. And, you know, he was health-wise, he was perfectly fine. Mentally, not so much. Point is, what was my point here? Life events getting better. So now that I don't take care of my dad, he's at a nursing home right now. You know, that was a really hard decision, but I'll tell you, my life is so much better with that little life-changing decision. So going back to you, Brute Fruit, and everyone else, is that one, little by little, things will get better, and two, of course, life events will sometimes make our life better or worse, you know, stuff like that. Yes. What's up, Nego Nerdo? What's going on? Yo, what's up with this chat today? Well, why is this so quiet? Where is everyone? Yo, Isaac. Hold on. Let me check this thing. Yo, Isaac, did you get my last messages? Did you see my Isaac? I have a feeling you're like playing Fortnite or something and listening to this in the background. Isaac, if you're on, did you get my last message? The one that says, "Whoa, why is my text red?" I don't know if red means that it never sent to you, or it literally just shows up red. I have no idea. Anyway, let me know if you see that. And do you see it in red? I'm curious if you see. Oh, let me know if you see it in red. In red? Why is it red? You let me know. And answer my question too. Thanks. Caitlin says, you can never be totally perfect. All you strive for is satisfaction and acceptance. I should totally know. I like that. Let's see. Neko says, one of those rare cases where I actually catch a stream. Nice. I feel like you're on here pretty decently. I mean, decently enough that I obviously recognize your name, but also I feel like I see your name on decently enough. Yeah, thanks for being here. Yeah. What is everyone doing? Y'all picking your nose, scratching your butt? What's going on over there? Huh? Ha ha ha. Quiet stream tonight. That's okay though. Sweet. Yeah. Anything else? I'm not just gonna randomly talk. I mean, I got some good stuff, but yeah. So yeah, you all let me know what you want to do here. Usually we do live chat and stuff till like approximately 8:45. But what do you want? Do you still want to live chat a little bit more? Or do you want to do some game? Do you want to do some game night? Up to you all. All right. Do you want to start game night early? You want to do 21 questions? What? You let me know. Let's see. Nico says maybe that's because I'm on Discord a lot. Maybe. I'm actually not on Discord that much, to be honest. My dog is extra excited. He's being quite extra. Sweet. Slurp. I slurp you back. What? Text you back. You see it. Gotcha. But you don't respond. All right. We just increased our numbers by a 50 full %, everyone. I need a cowbell. That's what I need right now. So, I want to ask everyone a potentially serious question. Because I'm curious, and I think this is a good conversation. Please entertain me and answer this question. And you could answer honestly. If you don't know, you don't know. You just write, I don't know. But that's okay. But I do want you to think about it. The question that I want to ask you is, what do you want to do with your life? That's my question to you. What do you want to do with your life? That's the starting question. Okay. So if you could do me a favor and just like write in the comment section, I'm talking to you, Caitlin. I'm talking to you, Isaac. Neko, I'm talking to you. Brewfruit, I'm talking to you. Maria, if you're still on. Just Being, I'm talking to you. John, I'm talking to you. Noskid, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to all of you. Couch Potato, Osvaldo, what do you want to do with your life? Neko says, not sure if it's only me, but the Discord server is also kind of dead lately. Yeah, I recognize the Discord server is a little bit dead. I mean, honestly, I don't really have the time and energy to keep it up in terms of like always be active on it. But the Discord server is there if people have questions. So if someone just like drops in and just like, hey, what's up? Or hey, I have a question about this, then we can engage. I'll engage a conversation when I read comments or see comments. Awesome. Caitlin says, I want to be a Broadway actress or a figure skating coach. That's awesome. Sweet. If it's a figure skating, I want to live in Scotland. That sounds pretty cool. I like that. How about you, Neko? What do you want? What do you want to do with your life? Isaac, gotcha, man. I'll wait for your text on Instagram. Isaac, YouTube, while you're at it, what do you want to do with your life? What do you want to do in the future? What is your vision? What does life look like? Sweet. If you thought about it earlier today, that probably means you have a decent answer to share. Caitlin says with 7 dogs and 1 cat, of course. Nice. Very specific. 7 dogs and 1 cat. That sounds awesome. I'll come visit you in that case. Dogs are awesome. Cats are pretty cool too. Yo, Steven, what's up? Yes, I have seen Prince Ia. I think it's Prince Ia. Yeah. I've known him for a while. I mean, not personally, but yeah, I've I feel like I was introduced to him very like a good at least 4 years ago, probably. Um, yeah. But yeah, no, I mean that guy's cool. Actually, you know what's funny? I actually emailed him one time because I'm like, dude, I love your content. This is like when he was, just starting to get bigger. I actually reached out to him. I mean, he didn't respond back to me because he's probably super busy. But I'm like, dude, I love your content. And this is when I was super, I guess, involved in the personal development, motivational slash YouTube space. Several years back. I feel like I'm much more of a chill, casual YouTuber, and not like, I was pretty into the space a few years ago. I had some pretty good connections, hence why I was able to connect with people like Noah Grossman from Smosh. It's not hard. By the way, if any one of you ever want to meet a quote unquote famous person or be friends with them, I don't think it's really that hard to do, in my opinion. Number one, be a decent person. Number two, meet them where they're at. Where did I meet Noah Grossman from Smosh? I met him at a VidCon, convention. Like I was hanging out in the lounge. Honestly, I didn't even know he was in Smosh. Like I knew about Smosh, I knew about Shane, and I'm blanking out. Anyway, I didn't know like. I'm like, oh, hey, what's your name? He's like, Noah. I'm like, what do you do? He's like, oh, I'm in Smosh. I'm like, what? Oh, shoot, my bad. Sorry, I didn't know that. He's like, oh, no, it's cool. And then we talked and we kicked it off. And next thing you know, I'm interviewing him on my YouTube channel, which is super cool. Cool guy, by the way. Go Noah. Yeah, Prince E is pretty awesome too. Yeah, I wish I had a chance to connect with him. Neko says, I want to go places, wrote down rough plans and everything. I felt motivated after doing that. That's awesome. And I think that's one thing for anyone who's not feeling super motivated sometimes. I think sometimes a way to motivate ourselves is to plan ahead, is to start thinking about what do you want in your life. Now, sometimes it could be a little bit intimidating because we're like, I don't know if I can achieve that. But I think writing down goals that are big, that make that makes you kind of like fired up and be like, yeah, I want to do that. I want to go travel. I want to, I don't know, make my first rap album or whatever it is. Like, I want to perform on stage, like whatever it is that you want to do. Like, I used to have a little vision board back here. I actually got rid of it because I wanted a clean white wall. But the vision board on it said, dream it, plan it, do it. Meaning, first thing, dream it, like visualize what do you want in your life, plan it, create a plan, and then number 3, do it, just take action. So again, whatever you want to do in your life, just do it. Caitlin, if I think you're already on track to thinking about these things, but if you want to be a figure skater coach, dream it, visualize it like you already are. Ireland, with 7 dogs, like if you have, I don't know the statistic on it, but I know if you visualize what you want in your life, you are, I don't know, it's like 5 times more. I'm making this up, by the way. But you're like 5 times more likely to actually accomplish your goal than if you're not to visualize it. Why? Visualization is really powerful. If you could visualize, if you could see something, it's more likely to happen. So think about what you want to do. Thank you for sharing that you have beef. Wait, hold on. Jonathan says, gonna go to sleep. I got work tomorrow. I'll see you Monday. Yo, Jonathan, have a great night. Thanks for being here. Take care. See you Monday. By the way, real quick, everyone, just letting you know, Monday's live stream, because I'll be flying out. I'll be at the airport. I'm planning to still have it. I'm just gonna push it earlier than 8 p.m. So I'm probably gonna push it. I'll put a little notification, but I'll probably push it about an hour earlier than usual before my flight. Okay, so just letting you know that. Next says, I recommend it. Honestly, having vision on what you want to do. 100% agree. Wait, what? How old is his brother? Whose brother? Noah? I don't know whose brother you're talking about. Alrighty. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Alrighty. So what now? All right. I don't know about you, but I feel like we had some pretty good conversations today, and pretty solid 30 minutes of good conversations. Uh, Let me know if there's anything else that you want to discuss. Besides that, I feel like we hit a lot of good points today. Brandon, good to see you on. You know, I like that. Hey, hi, it's Brandon. Says Brandon. I just found it. I thought it was funny. You're good though. What is game night for today? Let's see. Probably likely 21 questions, unless everyone is okay to not doing it. But chances are it's going to be 21 questions because it's something that everyone can participate in, and it's engaging in some ways. So yes. Oh, Neko says, are you planning on sharing what you want in the future, Richard? Nice one. Neko, that is a semi-trick question. I'm glad you asked. I'm going to be vulnerable and say I wish I had an even more clear vision. I'm not the greatest role model when it comes to having a clear vision at this point in my life. Some other points I've been very clear. In this moment in my life right now, this vision that I see is not something that's every day, although I wish it was. This vision is kind of more like in the back of my mind, but I know it's there. I know that it's what I want. But it's not like I'm not 100% attached to it. Like it could change. Okay. So right now, what I want, one, I guess I want a place, I guess you can say a place to call my home where, I want to own a house. I don't own this house. I want to own a house. So make enough money for that. I want to have the freedom, flexibility to kind of travel and speak and do whatever I want. So make an impact, which I'm already doing. So I'm already halfway there, I guess. I just need to be making a lot more money to get what I need or what I want. Let's see. And part of my vision is to, literally I'm already doing it. Speaking, but getting deeper, like creating more impact is what I want to do. I think I am speaking at schools, but number one, I want to speak at more schools. And number two, I want to have a deeper impact, which requires just practice and practice and practice and practice. It's developing my speaking skills. It's developing really hitting home, like really reaching students where they're at, because it's a skill. It's an art, it's a skill, it's a science, and it's something I'm still trying to figure out. Like, how do I reach people? How do I connect with people when I talk? How do I be engaging or even more engaging? Because I know that when I speak on stage, I don't reach every single person in the audience. I want to learn how to reach more people. So that's number one. I do want to be in a relationship, probably no kids, house, travel, and have the freedom and flexibility of, I don't ever want to have that feeling of needing to go back to a 9-to-5 job. So I guess I want to be free. That's what I want. Yeah. Hopefully that was what do you think about that answer? Is that a good answer or? Yeah. Let me know. Alrighty here. Let's see. Brandon from Sequoia. What's going on? Good to see you on. And Kit says, hey, Richard, I'm in college and I'm completely unfocused and lazy. I don't know what I want to accomplish and I feel powerless. What should I do? And Kit, thank you so much for your questions. So first of all, I don't believe that anyone is lazy. Like that is something that I believe pretty full-heartedly, that nobody is lazy. Okay. I think people are just unmotivated or unfocused. So that's really what it is. Yes. Now, sometimes I'll use the word lazy, like, I'm feeling lazy, but I very rarely use that word because I know if I don't want to do anything or if I want to take the easy route, it's just like you said, it's not being focused. Anyway, you say you don't know what you want to accomplish and you feel powerless. What should you do? For me and Kit, it sounds like what you got to do, possibly, recommendation is just to take more time to process and think about what do you want to accomplish? What's something that would make you feel fulfilled? Take time to think. Take a day. take a day out of your whatever, your weekend, your schedule. Just sit there and just think, or go out in nature, go think. Like whatever feels right to you. Like give yourself space to just think. Let go of distractions, turn off your phone, social media, everything. Give yourself time to think. That's really, really important. I don't think a lot of us give ourselves that time to just think. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, if you don't know what you want to accomplish, another recommendation I have is try to have conversations with other people too. So number one was having conversations with yourself, giving yourself time to think. Number two is go out there and talk to other people and process, have those real life conversations. Like, hey, ask someone else, hey, what do you want to accomplish in your life? A friend, like, hey, I'm kind of struggling. Are you open to talking about this? And they're like, sure, okay, and just talk openly. Like, what do you want to accomplish, dude? Are you as confused as I am? Yeah, sure. So, I don't know. Be willing to have an open dialogue with a friend or someone around accomplishments. Number three, if you don't know what you want to accomplish, I would say just get involved with things that you're passionate about, or things that, if you don't know what you're passionate about, that's okay. Get involved with things that you're interested in. So clubs, activities, social groups, whatever that is. And that's a place to start. It does take time to discover yourself in a way and know what you want to do. So yeah, just keep going. That's all. Keep going. Don't give up. You'll find your passion. Yeah. That's a huge challenge for a lot of people. And I think the only people who fail to find what they want to accomplish or what they want to do are the people who stop searching for it and they give up because they don't feel like they'll ever find it. Newsflash is that the only way to fail is to quit. If you don't quit, you'll never fail. Why? Because no matter what, if you just keep moving forward, you're eventually going to find your answer. So that's my philosophy. All right, Ankit, let me know if you have your thoughts or any questions. Caitlin says, you're doing a fantastic job at reaching out to people. Thank you, Caitlin. I appreciate that. I will say, out of how many people at your school, 2,200 people, Caitlin, at your school, how many people are on this live stream? You. Part of it was I didn't fully market my YouTube very well during your presentation, but yeah, I want to be able to keep the conversations going, and that's okay. I don't care too much about the numbers. I care about more deeper connections and conversations like we're having right now. So perfect. Deco says, sounds well thought out to me, though. Sweet, Deco. Thank you for the feedback on that. Isaac says, Richard, I legitimately want to be a rapper. I feel like I know how it works and everything that people don't know. Richard, please listen to the new Kanye West song. It's called I Love It. Sweet. Yo, Isaac, I feel you, man. Like you've brought up rap stuff plenty of times. Yeah, so I don't doubt you, man. Get it. Yo, Kanye with Lil Pump? Dude. Oh my goodness. I saw the little thumbnail. It looks like Roblox. Okay, what? Yeah, I'm gonna listen to that later. I hear a lot of explicit lyrics right there. Listen to that later. Yo, what's up, Ethan? Good to see you on. Sweet. Yeah. Yo, Isaac, do it, man. If you want to be a rapper, do it. What's holding you back? All those mixtapes and rap songs, whatever you got, don't hold back, man. Let it go. Put it out in the world. Yeah. Like I don't know. It's like I think too many people are scared to put themselves out there. And that fear holds a lot of people back from being successful. Yeah. Fear holds a lot of people back. So I think, yeah. I'm just thinking about me starting speaking. Do you know how flipping freaked out I was when I started speaking? I was so nervous. I was so scared. I didn't know how to speak. I didn't know how to you ever I'm sure a lot of you experience this. You ever do like a class presentation where you get up on stage and like you get so nervous where like you're just like your brain just like you're in your own little space and you're just like your brain's kind of dizzy and you're just like, oh my goodness, like what am I saying? Am I even saying the right thing? So I have that feeling, or I had that feeling when I started speaking. And yeah, like, this stuff is not particularly easy. It's like you just got to put yourself out there. Making my first YouTube videos was the same thing. When I started 4 years ago, it was like I felt so awkward putting out my videos, and I'm like, I don't like, I don't know. I just feel like people will judge me and whatever it is. But like once you see the bigger picture, Isaac in this case, once you see the bigger picture, like why? Okay, let me ask you a question. Why do you want to be a rapper? And whatever, Caitlin, why do you want to be a figure skating coach or a Broadway actress? Why do you want to do the thing that you want to do? And that's really important because for me, what got me over my fear is stop focusing on yourself, Richard. It's like, stop, like, this isn't, you're doing what you want to do. One, yes, because it feels good. But number two, I think more importantly was because you want to make a difference and you need to get over yourself, get over your own barrier to move forward and do what your calling is. So Isaac, if rappers are calling, which it almost seems like it is, music in general, do it, man. Get out of your own way and just do it. Stop being afraid and just do it. Easier said than done, but you got this, man. Alrighty. Have I seen Gravity Falls? No, I have not seen that. Ethan, I hear you. Isaac says, yeah, also I hate it when people say, would you care if I die? And honestly, I'll tell them the truth. And most of the time, I don't care. It's just my pet peeve. Let's see here. I see. Yeah. Yo, Isaac, I don't know. I mean, I'm not you, but if I were you in that situation, if someone asks, would I care if I died? I don't know. That's a tough one. I appreciate, dude, Isaac, I appreciate your honesty. That's one thing that I guess appreciate / respect about you is that you don't care. You're just honest, which is cool. Wait, what? But yeah, I don't know. I think sometimes, I don't know, my opinion, sometimes it's okay to watch what we say sometimes because sometimes people can be sensitive. Yep. Anyway, dissociative identity disorder. I'm going to look this up. Dissociative identity disorder, a disorder characterized by the presence of two or more distinct personality states. Makes sense. Neko says, getting over yourself, interesting concept, but apparent. Isaac says, like something recent happened. It was so annoying, but already. Gotcha. Yep. And Ethan, I looked at DID on Google just now. Yeah, I understand that. Matias, ethnicity? I like that. Matias is like the first comment when coming to this channel. Ethnicity? Not like, what is your ethnicity? It's just ethnicity. Taiwanese American. All right, Isaac. I'll check out your text in a little bit. Ethan says, I have several personalities, mad bad habits with sleep and eating. Gotcha. Yeah. I can't say I know what it's like to have several personalities. I am curious. I'm always, curious to learn more about people and, what, I guess in a way, what it's like to have, in this case, several different personalities, what it's like to be in someone else's shoes. That's something that I'm passionate about. It's interesting to me to understand other people's perspectives. Yeah. Brandon says, "Can you tell about the story that you had a crush on your friend?" Let's see. All right. Yes, Brandon. Sure, I could talk a little bit about that, and then Ethan, I'll answer or I'll comment on your comment right after. Brandon says, "Okay, so can I tell about the story that I had on my crush?" So, long story short, I mean, you saw the presentation already, so you know I had a big crush on my friend in the sophomore year in high school. Uh, let's see, I essentially got rejected by her. Like, she stopped talking to me for 3 whole months, and she ended up liking my other best friend. Like, and I was like super heartbroken, crushed, emo, super sad. Sophomore year in high school, like, just I could not function. I was just like, I was so sad. Uh, anyway, eventually, I learned that I just had to move forward, and it took me a good 6 months to do so. I moved forward. Uh, she, let me see. She, yeah. So we stayed friends till college. In college, we're still friends. High school friends, high school best friends. We kept in contact. Uh, and I stopped liking her. She ended up liking me, but I didn't like her anymore. Uh, it is what it is. Whatever. Life continues on. We continue being friends, and till this day, we are still friends. So that's the story of my crush and me. And I mean, there's other stories. Like, I did ask her, even though I knew she liked my other best friend. I did ask her out to a dance, and that's another story in itself. That's a pretty funny story that I'll save for another time. But yes, yeah, yeah, my friend's cool. Uh, yeah, I don't want to say feelings come and go. Yes, feelings do come and go, but really, it's more like our priorities or what we look for in a romantic relationship will change over time too. In one moment we might think, oh, this person is, this is my life. This is everything that I want. And then if you give yourself enough time, you'll realize, oh, okay, there's other things I'm looking for too. So, yeah, sometimes it doesn't work. By the way, I'm reflecting on today. I actually did reflect a little bit on some crushes that I've had. Uh, Something reminded me of a crush that I had a little over a year ago. And I had this really huge crush on this girl a year ago. And like, massive crush, massive crush. Like, I really wanted to be in a relationship with her. I thought she was amazing. And yeah, she kind of broke my heart, and it hurt. It hurt a lot. It was super painful, emotionally painful. And um, I don't know. I'm like, dude, I'm like, I really want to try out being in a relationship with her and stuff. Things were going well, but then all of a sudden she just like, I'm not ready for a relationship and whatever. And then, she was dating other guys. So it was really weird and complicated. I'm like, okay, that's so weird. Like, we clearly like each other, but but she's not ready to be in a committed relationship. So point is, whatever, I was hurt, and I'm just like, dude, I don't know, like, when this feeling's gonna go away. I know I got to move on from it, just like Stacy. I got to move on from that relationship, and that's what I did. And after a few months, it's still, that feeling of pain was still there, but it kind of went away too. But it was still there in the back of my mind. And 1 year later, uh, we kind of split or stopped dating almost exactly a year ago. And 1 year later, I what I say here. 1 year later today, like, I realized, she's actually in another relationship now. At first I was a little bit jealous, but now I'm just like, oh, okay, I'm happy for her. And to me, that, I'm happy she's happy, and that's it. I'm not attached to a relationship. Yeah. So, if you ever find yourself in if you feel crushed after someone rejects you, or a relationship doesn't work out, it's okay. Like, things will get better, and there is always someone else out there for you. So that's all. I've met a lot of good people. I've dated a lot of good people too. and a lot of relationships just didn't work out. And guess what? I'm friends with a lot of people I've dated too. Why? Because they're good people. It's just relationship wise, it doesn't work out. So yeah, it is what it is. Alrighty. So hold on, let me read. Ethan, I'm gonna get to that comment I said I would. Just a second, I want to catch up with comments. Yeah, quickly. Okay, Isaac says, I'm very versatile. I can make sad music, hype music. I can make music about life, and I can make everything. Isaac, I'm sure you can. Next step is just doing it. Let's see. Nicholas says, I'm sorry, Richard. No, it's cool, man. Seth says, first of all, what's up, Seth? Seth says, I did change my profile picture and sorry for being late today. That's okay. Isaac says, my ex wants to be my friend and just tell her to F off. Gotcha. Hold on. Gray Monster Gaming says, I got rejected to Homecoming, but she rejected me because she'd feel bad for her friends if she had a date and her friends didn't. Interesting. I pieced it together. I've never seen the word Hoko, but I figured it's Homecoming. Like, what other dance is there? That's called Hoko. Seth says, did you see my post in Instagram today? I did not see your post in Instagram, Seth. Okay, going back to Ethan. Ethan says the attachment to it is depersonalization, disassociation. It feels like I don't know who I am. It's not cool. Yeah, I don't know everything. Like, I can only guess. When I hear DID or dissociative identity disorder, to me that tells me you have multiple sides of your personality. You know, I don't want to generalize, but like, for example, maybe one part of you is very caring, loving, positive, stuff like that, and maybe another side of you is very the opposite, like stop caring, all that stuff. So I'm just kind of guessing. I don't know exactly. For me, if I were to have DID or, you know, multiple personalities, I think if you don't know who you are, I think, well, number one, it's very hard for anyone to figure out who they are, especially at a young age. It takes time to figure that out. It's a process. And, you know, I think very few people at a young age know who exactly they are. You know, I don't think I really knew who I was until probably when I was 25, and I'm 29 right now. So it took me a while, and I'm sure there's parts of me that I still don't know about, but I think I know myself decently well at this point in my life. But there's still parts that I'm working on. Anyway, if you feel like you have different parts of you, for me, if I were you and you want to learn about who you are, if you don't know who you are, I think it's important to almost like acknowledge and accept all the different pieces of you, you know, all the different imperfections. So for myself, you know, there's part of me, I have the quote unquote, the lazy side or the unmotivated side. Yes, I use the word lazy, but only in reference to previous comment. It's I don't know. It's just being accepting with you need to be accepting with the good and the bad. Just like when you're in a relationship with someone else, you can't just accept they're good. Like, oh my goodness, they're so beautiful. Oh my goodness, they're so smart. Oh my goodness, they're so caring. Like, you got to look at the quote unquote, the bad too. And because that's part of who they are, they're imperfections. So you got to accept everything as a whole package. So this applies to relationships. This applies to yourself too. Alrighty. Let's see. Ethan says, I ignored Cammy so much. That explicitive. I wanted to hit her so bad. I have it be around her every day and ban. I ignore her every day. Gotcha. Ethan, I see that. Yeah. I mean, honestly, Ethan, in my opinion, if I may share, I get that you're really upset. In my opinion, I don't think anger and hatred is a constructive / productive thing for you to do. I think anger and hatred is something that is only hurting you. It's not hurting her. I mean, it might be hurting her, but it's hurting you. Okay. So, I don't want to tell you what to do here. Okay, you don't have to listen to what I say. But if I were in your position, what I would do is learn to forgive and move forward for yourself, not for her, for yourself. Okay, so uh, if we keep holding on to that grudge of someone else, like if we hate someone, by the way, I'm speaking to everyone here, not just Ethan. Uh, if you continue to hold on to a grudge, that grudge is just going to weigh you down for the rest of your life until you choose to let that grudge go. Uh, I had a little bit of, I'll just share. So I had this weird altercation with my the gym that I go to, like one of the managers. I don't know, just the customer service just felt super poor. And I mean, I go to the gym, it's my gym. So guess what? I see her every single day. But anyway, she didn't let one of my friends in as a guest, even though the sign says, guest appreciation day, come in. It's like come in for free. And then because she's already been, my friend was there before, she didn't let her in again. And like that kind of completely ruined the whole day's plan because she had to go walk home while I exercise. So that was like, okay, like how come you didn't let her in? Anyway, that kind of left a bitter taste, I guess, in our relationship, even though, I mean, she scans my badge, stuff like that. And for several months, every single time I see her, like, I don't know, like I try to be nice, but like she never made eye contact with me. She never acknowledged, she never said hi, nothing. Every single time I would swipe. So like, check my badge in. So over time, I'm just like, okay, like this is really weird. What do I do? And I don't know, like that grudge that I had on her, honestly, it didn't feel good. And I kept carrying around with me over and over. I'm like, I don't know how to forgive her. I don't know how to, like, she's kind of being a jerk to me that day, I don't know. Anyway, time passes by. And today, I think actually more recently, I've learned to let it go. And, every single time I go into the gym, I see her, I know her name. And I always say hello to her. I'm like, hey, how's it going? And in a very, I've let it go. I've let go of that grudge that I've had on her. And it feels good. So what I'm saying is for you, I don't think holding a grudge is very helpful at all. It's something that we get to let go for ourselves so we can move on and we can feel better about ourselves. So do yourself a favor and let go of the grudge. If it takes a little bit of time, that's okay too. Just learn to forgive people because, yeah, there's always a reason, a valid reason why people do things. I'm not saying that it's the right, what they did was right. I'm just saying there's always a reason humans act the way that they do. So forgiveness is something that I always preach. Great Master Gaming says, I'm trying to quit gaming and everything. Every time I quit, I come back. There a way to help this? All right. Before I continue reading comments, we're pretty close. We're pretty close to caught up. But before I finish reading comments, we will start the game nights after we just read these comments. Okay. I'm going to say in about, I know it's a lot of comments, but I'm going to aim for, I'm going to aim for 7 minutes. So 9:05 to catch up with all of these comments and transition to game night. Okay. All right, let's go. Great Monster Gaming says, I'm trying to quit gaming, and every time I had quit, I come back. Is there a way to help this? Let's see. So if you quit gaming, you keep coming back. Is there a way to help it? Yeah, there's a lot of different ways to help it. Number one is, let's see. Number one, I recommend Game Quitters. Check out the Game Quitters channel. Just search Game Quitters. They have a lot of different resources. Let's see. Honestly, sometimes it's about what kind of console you play on. Do you play PC? Do you play Xbox? Whatever, PS4. If you play console, get rid of your console. That's it. That's probably the easiest way to get rid of games, is physically doing it. PC, that's a little bit different because sometimes you use your PC for, work and stuff like that, or school. If that's the case, uninstall the game. If you really want to get away from games, it's just do your best to distance yourself from the game. And uh, I mean, that's more the hard way of, like, the, how do I say it, more tangible way of doing something. Uh, Mindset, that's the action. Okay, mindset's also very important. You need to understand why is important for you to quit games. Why? Okay, so if you understand your why, like for example, you know what? When I play games, like take time to think about why you should quit games. Like for example, for me, when I was playing too many video games, I thought to myself, um, why should I quit? Because gaming is taking up way too much of my life. It's it's not allowing me time to socialize with my friends. It's making me isolated, and then when I feel isolated, I feel kind of sad and depressed and unfulfilled, and I don't have any connections with other people. I feel disconnected from myself, and I want to feel better about myself. So that's why I'm going to quit video games. Okay, so that was my kind of thought process in a nutshell when gaming was taking over my life several years ago. So yeah, that's all. I think we all want to feel good about what we do in our life. So balance is good. Uh, I am catching up with the comments, but girly girl, hey, what's up? Let's see. Yo, Ethan, if you want to bring it up, go ahead and bring up the question. Got it. Ethan, thank you for sharing. I read all your comments, and I don't know. Ethan, my question to you is, do you want to keep holding a grudge on her for the rest of your life, or do you want to move forward? That's my question to you, Ethan. Are you going to hold a grudge on Cammy for the rest of your life, or are you going to move forward from it? You let me know. Girly girl from Crescent Elk, what's up? Good to see you on. I'm trying to look at your photo. That kind of looks like. Oh my goodness. That kind of looks like Maddie. I'm guessing you're not Maddie. Okay, Ethan. Ethan, I'm gonna kindly ask that you. Okay. Yeah, Ethan. I mean, Ethan, I don't know what to say to that. I mean, please don't do that. Okay. Like, yeah, please don't take her down with you. Okay. Nobody needs to die. Seriously. Yeah. There is a better way. There is most definitely a better way to handle this. I assure you, there's a much better way to handle this. And yeah. Well, Ethan, it's very clear to me how much you hate her. I mean, through your language, it's very clear. That's not hard to see. Anyway, Lily. Alrighty. Alrighty. Cool. At this point, I'm gonna go ahead and transition over to game night. If people are still in, if you're in for game nights, just type in "I'm in" the chat, and we'll start some game night. I mean, this is all for you, so it depends who's in. Type "I'm in" the chat. All right. Um. Let's see here. Let's see. Hold on. Yo, Isaac, I see you. Okay. 1 second. All right. 1 sec. 1 sec. I don't know. Sorry. I just have thoughts. I'm trying to process everything really. Yeah. It's tough. Okay. Yeah. All right. I'll leave that there for right now. Cool. So, by the way, is anyone else in for 21 questions? Just type in the chat. I mean, I see Seth. Isaac wants to play Fortnite. Yeah. I am open to not doing 21 questions if not that many players want to do it. So, I mean, it's 9 o'clock already. I'm open to whatever. It's all you. Okay. So, I'm open to 21 questions. I'm open to Fortnite. I'm open to none of the above. But yeah. Yeah. I might actually yeah. Let me type in the chat. I see 7 people on right now. So type in the chat what do you want to do? I mean, Isaac, Jer, I got you. You don't have to keep repeating yourself. Seth says I'm in for game night. So I mean, right now I see more people in Fortnite. So I might go that way. Briefly though, or like not too long. I'd actually have some work to do tonight too. Let's see here. Ethan, do have a good night though. If you haven't left, or if I don't know if you're still here, but have a good night for sure. And Neko too. Have a good night too. Alrighty. Wait, hold on. Didn't someone have a question? Oh, Seth, I want to ask you a question about nostalgic Legos. Go for it. Okay, cool. So as it stands right now, because no one is commenting, here's what I'm going to do. I will be on Fortnite with Isaac and Jer. I'll also be on Discord on our Discord channel. Okay, so if you wanna join us live chat, I'll be on the Richard Quo Discord channel in Hangout number 1. Okay, so there you go. I'm joined in. Why am I playing Fortnite? Because it's been a while since I've done Fortnite Friday, so I'm gonna do that. Have I played Legos when I was young? Yes, and yes. And I even kept my old Legos because I guess that's how much they meant to me. Like I used to be obsessed with Legos. I love Legos. I used to have the Lego magazine. I mean, by the way, I was very cheap. I bought 1, 2. I think I bought 2 small little sets of Legos, Bionics. But that's pretty much it. Like my friend, my more well-off friend, I guess you can say he's my rich friend. I used to go to his house. He used to have like a huge Lego collection, like 6 full tubs of Legos, and that was such a dreamland. I love going to his house playing Legos, but I couldn't afford them. So I used to trade. I remember I used to trade my Pokemon cards for Legos, his Legos or something like that. And then I think his parents got mad or something. And then I also, what else? I traded other people for Legos too because Legos were cool. Yeah, I still have my Legos. Mm-hmm. Do I have the space sets? Let's see. I don't have no. I'm like of the sets I have this. I'm trying to remember. I have 2 Bionic sets, which are like the little transformer looking dudes. And then I have a little snowmobile. And besides that, all the other Lego pieces are completely a random mishmash of everything. Like there's no set. Oh, I also do have a Back to the Future DeLorean that I won from a influencer. So I almost got it signed, but I didn't. It's okay. It doesn't matter. But yeah, the DeLorean is in its box. I've never taken it out. It's like a collector's item, so that's why I didn't open it. Yeah. Okay, cool. People, if you want to join me on live stream, I'll be there. I'm gonna end the stream. I'll be playing Fortnite with Jarrett and Isaac and whoever wants to play. You can join us. And besides that, I'll be on Discord. Cool. Have a good night, everyone. Take care.